Alright, hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, and welcome back to Harvest December. We just finished up Theological July, and it's time for Festive August, which is, as I understand it, we're going to be going away to an island far away, and seeing what happens when we take Shiro out of her homeland. Anyway, the boat rocked beneath my feet. Grabbing onto the side, I steadied myself and looked back. Hondo was so far away. Is that the mainland? Another way of calling Honshu the biggest island of Japan. Okay. It's the same sea, but it smells so different, Sine chirped as she looked out on the ocean with a happy smile. For the people of Tagami, the sea was no stranger. The beach was just an hour's drive away from the town. Since Sine often visited the pier to buy fresh fish for the shop, she was familiar with the scent of the ocean. I tried copying her. I took a deep breath. It was a new experience for me, being born and raised in the city. I looked down to see a school of fish swimming by the boat. The sunlight danced on the surface of the water. It wasn't a bad sight. It wasn't a bad sight at all, but... Ugh. So far, the only thing I had been doing was to feed the fish with recycled lunch, trying to keep it classy here. Whoa! Stop throwing up! Ew, Barf Boy is at it again. I, Barf Boy, was quickly learning that friendship was pretty superficial. Ugh, gross. I was expectedly cold towards me. I admired her aesthetic of surrounding herself with beauty, but now she was looking down at me as if I was a piece of dirt. Why are you all okay? It's been 10 hours of continuous shaking already. 8 hours by train from Tagami, another hour by car, and another hour by boat. Blah! The joys of travel. The back of my throat was burning. Even the sea breeze wasn't refreshing, it only smelled of dead fish to me now. I watched the school of fish swimming close by. It seemed that they were following the boat hoping for more food. Is that a thing that fish do? Maybe this can be considered a new ecological cycle, I thought to myself, after trying to keep my mind off my current state. I gritted my teeth and looked behind me. I'll fish the world! Mom was sitting on Dad's lap fishing. Next to her was a small bucket filled with small fish. Maybe the same fish that ate my... That would mean that we have to create a sustainable cycle. I just didn't want to be part of it. Are you alive? Yes. You're talking with vomit on your face and you consider that a life. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Picking a small fish out of Mami-chan's bucket, Shiro tilted her head upwards and dropped it into her mouth. Mother, that's bad manners. What did she do now?
Hey,
Unconvincing coming from an ill-mannered skank like you. She crunched the fish up, bone and all. The sides of her mouth were faintly stained with blood. I have to keep eating or I'll get too weak. Shiro laughed, but it was slightly strained. The way she averted her eyes told me she was feeling uneasy. Anyhow, Shiro said as she looked back at me. Why are you looking at me with a weird look on your face? A weird face on your look. Promise me you won't get angry. I'll display my benevolence as a god. I explained my theory of the new sustainable foods chain. There are some things you can keep to yourself, good sir. I see. Is that it? Don't you find it gross? Ao asked. Why should I find it gross, especially if it's coming from Masaki? I gave her
hey,
mother a look of disgust. Shiro picked up another fish from the bucket and turned to Ao with a smirk on her face. Ugh. Ao looked as if she might complain, but instead looked away. I probably had the same look on my face. I couldn't approve or disapprove of Shiro's actions. I glanced at Mayoi to see she was taking in a friendly manner with the captain. She was talking in a friendly manner with the captain of the boat. Oh my god. I've been reading for like 40 minutes now, and I still can't put words together. Anyway, apparently it wasn't her first time visiting Rokushiki Island. I can't believe you're still studying. Can you just leave me in peace? Come on, we're on vacation! And here I was hoping you'd be more supportive of my trying to get a better future. Mizuho sighed dramatically and Kohai complied by stuffing his flashcards into his pocket. But he didn't let go of them. It was as if he was weighing their importance in his hands. I think you should do as you please. Mayuri sat down beside him as You're here too? She smiled at Mizuho. Initially, I intend to make you fishing all the leftover documents during the summer holidays. Finish all the leftover documents during the summer holidays. I've been talking too much about fishing, apparently. No more talk of work. I'm making it my meaning of life to create human paperwork machine out of you. Oni-chan, say something. Make her stop. Ugh, Mayuri, why don't you forget about work once in a while? We're on vacation. You're telling me, hypocrite, You know, you can be nasty sometimes. Kohai pulled up his hand out of his pocket, leaving the flashcards inside, and rested it on his lap. I don't think things... I don't like things done halfway. Don't you agree it's a bad habit, senpai? Why are you here, anyway? My thoughts exactly. I'm here because Sakura's here, and I'm her friend. Mayuri looked towards Sakura. One more set! She began a boot camp workout in some sort of Mami-chan... of some sort, with Mami-chan by her side. Get this done and you'll get core muscle so strong you'll stand balanced on board even as we fight with the pirates on our way. Those two. Mayuri pinched the bridge of her nose. Apparently, I could ask the same of you. Why are you here, Toyama-senpai? Because I've got to accompany Mizuho. Kohai dropped his smile as he looked Mizuho's way. His eyes went past her shoulder onto the girl standing on her back, leaning against the rails. Sune was quietly looking at the sea. Mayuri noticed his gaze and studied his face, but it was hard to read his blank expression. Manaka Shiro, also known as Dr. Manaka, was reading a book, unconcerned with her surroundings. And me? Ugh. I was reaching my limit again. Studying everyone on the boat only took my mind off the sick feeling for so long. I grabbed hold of the ledge to steady myself and you know what. At least the fishes looked happy. Fish! It's only fishes if there's more than one kind of fish. Reality is mercy. You should lie down. My stomach was empty by now. Yuki reached out to cut my face in her hands. Oops! I was so weak I stumbled backwards. With Yuki's help, I lay down on the deck. You're such a wimp. Well, I'm sorry about that. Her hair fell down on my face and tickled my cheek. That can't be too comfortable. She took out her white handkerchief and began to clean me. I looked up at her face as expressionless as ever. And then I noticed the back of my head was resting on something soft. Hey! I tried getting up, realized I was using Yuki's thighs as my pillow. It's alright, stay. She touched my eyelids, urging me to lie down again. Rest. I stopped resisting, and relaxed. A faint smile played on her lips. All I could see was her face, and in the background the blue sky. I had stopped being nauseous. Oh man. Misaki, you're going to be happy with such stringy legs as hers. Then they say a hard pill is good for your health, but I think I can make you feel a lot better. Al pinched the bottom of her skirt and lifted it a little. A little more, please. Why are you even expressing any interest? The two began to quarrel again. I stopped my ears. I wondered when I would find peace. I looked up to see Shiro standing alone. She was looking in the direction we were heading. Our visit to the island may prove beneficial to you, but are you worried? Kaki, finally released from supervising Mami-chan, walked over to Shiro, concerned by her hard expression. That's enemy ground. You worried about the rules regarding boundaries. I suppose it doesn't seem like a big deal to you humans who cross over so easily. I see where you're coming from considering our history. However, what? Without breaking boundaries, communication would be limited. Isn't that what being human is about? I'm not human. Well, excuse me. If I ever enter another god's territory, I could be eaten alive. The god of Rokushiki is known to import other gods. She returned her head to Takaki in reaction to his words. This country is quite open to absorbing new cultures while maintaining its own, and its god is curiously similar in that respect. It is believed that Rokushiki came to be through the combination of several different gods. Are you saying it's similar to being all-almighty? Takaki nodded in response. That's why I am assuming it would be a lot more lenient having other gods enter its grounds. But wouldn't that also mean there is the possibility... But wouldn't that also mean there is the possibility that I would be absorbed too? Takaki didn't answer her. He couldn't deny it. Shiro understood what was at stake. She sighed. We're almost there. Manaka closed her book. It's a larger island than I thought. Shiro pressed her hand against her hair to protect it from the wind. The boat began to slow down. The captain seemed to be getting ready to dock. Takaki? Yes? I can feel its presence. I didn't think a stick-skinny girl like you could satisfy Masaki's needs. And you think your fake exterior would work for him. Yuki. Yes, Masaki? I knew you would call my name. That means you chose me over her, doesn't it, Masaki? I nodded. More like wobbled my head. Then... Ugh. Yuki and Al screamed. Before I knew it, I was tossed up into the clear summer sky. The endless blue of ocean spread out beneath me. Reality is merciless, I whispered hoarsely as I fell into the sea with a large splash. That's one way to go overboard. Alright, it's time for the cinematic intro thing. Yay, Tails tune. You guys did a lot of writing. And I'm only in August. Yes, Harvest December series. I'll shut up now. Oh, so they're outright showing the yin and the yang in this one. Is it just me, or was that different from the intro in July? I feel like that was different from the intro in July. Anyway, I'm gonna end this off here. My name is Dragonite. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.